Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I was making sure the house wasn't burning down. Right. Anyway, I probably should have actually got this done when I got back. But, well, when I say when I got back, I mean now. I just got back now. But yeah. It does look like the bit at the end right there is sort of lightly coloured. Why am I not clicking it? There we go. You can see the finer details a little bit more clearly now, can't I? No, now can't I? The way I structured that sentence was all over the place. There's so much tense involved. Right. Yeah, making these little bits sticking out, it's always a bit of trouble with a smaller design. I think what I can do, though, is pretty much what I did there, which is this. It just looks really out of place to me. I think maybe it's because the main structure right here maybe needs to stick out a little bit. If we do this, and then we go for that kind of thing. There we go. Have to go about a few extra blocks. Then the middle right here could probably do that. If we have the bottom... See, now it looks completely out of place. Let's just delete that. Let's try something a little bit more small scale. Okay, here we go. Let's grab these two corners right here. Let's bring them up by 2 more. Poke them out like this. In fact, no, maybe it's because we're not poking out too early. Or, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're not going out early enough. So if we do this, go out like that maybe. Yeah, maybe we do it in that direction instead. Oh, okay, misclick. Do that. Alright, let's get there. You got rubber. Get rid of that piece. Do this. Nah. Not really what I'm looking for. This is always the tough bit, isn't it? It is very difficult to make this look decent. Maybe it's because we're starting up top. Maybe if we do it from here first. Right, now we can go up. Go up by a few extra blocks. Then do this. It looks a bit nicer. Let's get rid of these 2 bits sticking out. Maybe these corners as well. Now, I can't make it so that like 2 separate blocks on the what I'm trying to say. The 2 blocks on either sides, I can't make them less pronounced, is what I'm trying to say. For some reason, failing miserably. I mean, maybe if I just do this and follow them. Sort of relieving it, I suppose. Have this connect out just that little bit more. For some reason, this side is here. There we go. It doesn't look like it's even possible to make this look decent on a smaller model. I'm having a lot of trouble here. Too much trouble, in fact. I shouldn't be having this much trouble. I've already done it. I've done this. It looks okay on this design, but that's because it's a big design. I say okay. It looks... Yeah, well, yeah, it's okay. It's not great. Could be a bit better, I suppose. Maybe that's the nature of the beast. Maybe it's just not possible to make something... well, what the hell is it even called? I can't remember. I don't know. The spine, let's say. You know, the spine of the roof. I can't make it look decent on the curly bits that stick out. Right, let's just try something really simple. Let's just go for this. Let's use these as well. Okay, no, that's not right. Okay, let's go something really simple. Let's go up by 1 extra as well. And let's delete that bit. So much misclicking right now. Oh, you know what? That might be why it's looking weird. Because I'm not poking out a little bit more of these other layers. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay, so if we do that... Don't know why it changed a second there. So if we pop these out by a little bit more and then do that. Okay. That works out a little bit more. Let's pop out by an extra block. Maybe a bit too much. Right, there we go. I think that's fine. Right, now let's see what happens when we go up a little bit. I would say that's working out a little bit more. If we stick that out, just get rid of this bit completely. Maybe delete that as well. Actually, no, I kind of... We'll do that instead. Okay. It's a little bit better. But it's still not great. Now just like a dragon head. It's just a blocky nature of this, I suppose, that's annoying me. That just looks blockier, obviously. Oh, want to get rid of that block over there. I don't want that just to be sticking out. Let's use some of these blocks. Let's get rid of this bit. Let's use the sort of slightly different shade of block right here. Let's just get this connected across all this while we think about this design that we have. There we go. I want to do the same thing along here. Probably shouldn't do it along this bit just yet. There we go. Just delete that. Right, so we're back here again. How are we thinking about this design? Honestly, I just don't know how to really make it work. I'm going to give this a few tries. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've returned, everyone. I found that this design actually isn't that bad. I mean, I've come to the conclusion that because of the scale of the house, there's not really too much you can do. Because the pronunciation of the blocks and being so few of them that you can actually use with the small amount of space just makes it look either really big or too small. So I've decided to go with sort of a lighter model using more of sort of this shade of block right here, this tone. And I think it works out, especially with the scale of the building. You know, when you're looking at it from a distance, it feels like it fits the aesthetic. So that's what we're going to stick with. What I need to do, however, is probably incorporate a few more of these blocks. Maybe have it run through the middle. I'm not too sure yet. It's just the top looks quite bland. We're just going to get this bit done first before we do anything else. So from this block is when it goes out by 1, and then further on from that point on. Misclicking once again. Out by 2. This goes out by 3. Right, there we go. Now I can actually remember how I actually did it. Right, so we'll do this first. Alright, so let's see. From this point, which I believe... Go in, and then this bit is the sides right here, I think. So we'll do that. And then you pretty much just go up by 1 at that point, by the looks of things. There we go. I think that's it. What about the bottom? Do we have this bit sticking out at the bottom? I think we do, actually. I think we have a few of those involved. Yeah, there we go. If we do the same thing on this side... Actually, can't do it on that side. Why can't I do it on that side? What have I done differently? What have I done differently on this side? Wait, let's go back to this. Delete that. I guess because... okay, yeah, got rid of both of them. Yeah, I've done that. Okay. I do quite like that bit at the bottom. But there we go. That's pretty much it. I think what I might do is go out by a bit extra. Maybe work on this roofing a little bit more. So what did I do on this side? So I pretty much connected this all up so that it would do this. A bit awkward, actually, to do it because of this little roof sticking out. And once again, the scale of the building making things a little bit more awkward. So I think we just add a little chimney and that'll be it. Other than, of course, I do like the idea of it sticking out on the top there just a little bit more. So if we go all the way back, we get our numbers done first. I'm building this a bit too much here. So let's go to 10. 10 right there. Stick this out to 8. 8. 8 on this side as well. 8 on this side as well. And now we can just follow it through on this side. Not red. There's too much red there. Yeah, I knew I didn't use red. And then I just kept going with it. I thought I was overdoing it somewhat. Just grab these corners again. Actually, I'm pretty sure the top did use it, though. Yeah, okay, the top did incorporate it in some form. And then from here, we follow through. Until we got to about this point, then just kept going down. And then grabbed some of this. And just made sure it was all aligned. Nice, neatly. There we go. Just a simple little addition to the roof. It works with the top as well. Makes it look a little bit larger. More detailed. That's what you want. It's definitely what you're looking for. This goes to 8. Then 10. And then from that point, it'll go up by 1 block. And then just stay the same length. And that just that change of tone on the last block right there is really what gives it that pop. I do quite like that. Gives it the BAM! Sound like I'm a chef. Of some form, anyway. So we'll do the same thing on this side. It's going to have to change a little bit over here. Simply because of this wall in the way. Or this, not wall, this doorway in the way. So how we will incorporate that, I have no idea. But I guess we're about to find out. 7, 7. I think. I don't know how to make this work. Maybe you can't make that work. I think you don't think you can make it work unless you just go down like that. Okay, that works out actually quite instantaneously. Looks like it morphs with the building right here. So that's quite nice. We can add a few windows. I think it's a good idea that we do that. Some wide windows on the bottom levels right there. Do the same thing on this side. Because of these wider windows, we want to make sure we have a block of... Actually, we want to make sure that window is slightly further away from the doorway, because this is also going to have something going around it. Like this. Same thing with this window right here. Not where I want. There we go. And I suppose this window right here, we could probably have one right there. And one right here. So we can just get rid of all the flatness of this wall. There we go. Same thing with this. Actually quite like how that connects up. Gets rid of that weird corner that was there previously. And that's for this point. We can probably have some normal windows right here. Or maybe a long one in the middle. There we go. Yeah, just a long one in the middle. That's pretty much fine. There we are. That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our house. Of course, we probably could get some other windows along there if we really wanted, but that seems kind of out of place. Actually, that one doesn't. It actually works out very well. Let's keep that. I might want to go for the smaller window, but I think because it's more even, since it's 1 block higher up, which means you're going to have 1 block on either on the top or bottom right there, giving a nice gap between the bottom and the top part of that part of the wall. It's quite nice looking. So there we go. That's our little bit of house right there. Oh, wait, no, we didn't do this side. Really? I thought we did that. Okay. I overlooked it completely. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll do this now, I guess. Really thought I did that. Okay. Let's go out by 2. Right, and then from this point, pretty much, I think you go out by 1 extra, and then you come up here, and then you go up by 2. I did do it. I guess I clicked a backup tool or something a bit too much, or more than I was expecting, and it just deleted that part of the building. I don't know. I actually can't explain that, to be honest with you. I think it poking out by 2 is really good looking, so we're going to keep that. Whoa, wait. Am I losing my mind? What happened? Everything would just undid itself. What? I need to go back on the video. 1 sec. Right, anyway, I'm back. I did a few changes to the house. There was a bug, apparently. I was working on the doors right here, and I went back 4 times, but for some reason it got rid of pretty much all of my progress on most of this structure. That's why I was really confused about this. I can't actually explicitly or specifically remember what I did on these top bits now that I think about it. I just looked through the video and I think I just left them flat like this. The problem now is I've actually changed a few things with the design right here, including getting rid of most of these and moving them up by 1 extra block so that it looks like it's properly indented in the middle of the roof right here, similar to the design that we have right there. Before, it was down by 1, so it looks a little bit strange. You can see still part of the roof right there. It actually was quite nice. Adds a little bit more thickness and depth to the roof right there. The only problem is that now the sort of curl bit is kind of gone. So we're going to have to quickly add that in. And by that, I mean just like sort of delete this and probably make another layer right here. And then just sort of pump that out like this. And then maybe go around it like that. Yeah, it looks really bulky, actually. Kind of works out. But kinda, definitely kinda. Not completely. Maybe it can go back by about that much. Look a little less bulky. Still looks really bulky, I'm afraid. What about this? A little bit better, still bulky. What about if we get rid of these bottom layers right here? And probably these ones as well. A little better. I would say that is worthwhile. We should probably try and copy that. Somehow. I can't actually... Like, where do we go from there? We got these 2 blocks, which means I guess we pretty much do this. No, wait, no, we don't do that. We get rid of that. We get rid of these 2. And we push up by 1 from there. Yeah, we do. We get that bit. Then we push up by 1. Poke it out. Put a block underneath. That's what I think we did on the other side. Yep, that's what we did on the other side. And that's pretty much as good as it's going to get on that side. Don't really want to muck around with that too much, other than, of course, putting some blocks on the ends right here. There we go. And that's just going to properly corner it off. And there we are. Fantastic. That looks rather nice. Actually works out rather well, putting 2 blocks right there. From a distance, that is. That's our house. There we go. Took us a little bit longer than it probably should have to get us to build it. But there we are. I'm going to save right now. Do I want to actually save that house so I can make multiple different versions of it? Probably a good idea. We're going to make a new save right here. It's a nice, just sort of very small house, which is good to see. So I think that is worthwhile when it comes to saving, although we probably want to take this bit off. There we go. That's our little specialty. We're going to be adding that in later on. So for now, we'll just save that as a Nordic House 2. There we are. Now we should be able to use Nordic House 2 whenever we feel like it. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do it in any alphabetical order, so you're going to have to find it lying around. Oh no, it's not working. Okay. Something tells me it won't actually let me use this. Okay. I wonder if I can actually paste it in. I did just save, so... No, okay. Looks like we wasted our time. It did this on the... excuse me. On the tower build play. Tower build play? What am I trying to say? The tower time-lapse. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Where halfway through my construction, I just thought, you know what? I'm not going to work now. It seems to have done the same thing with this build. Which is actually really infuriating, to be honest. This is like a new bug for Alpha 14. It never used to do this. It used to just let me paste whatever the hell I wanted. But in Alpha 14, it seems to not want you to do that as much. And it looks like we just wasted our time making this house, which is really fucking annoying. So, there we go. Wonder if there's an autosave we can go back on quickly and see if maybe we can salvage this house. Let's see. Maybe this one? No, maybe not that one. There is actually no save that's going to save us here now that I'm looking at it. That's an autosave from pretty much seconds. Like 10 seconds. So, I can rename it on the fly. Okay. Oh, I've broke something. I didn't want to rename it on the fly. I just did. Oh, dear. Hello? Go away. I'm clicking X. Okay, I'm going to be right back. And I have returned, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, that was a random bug. So yeah, this house is useless to us. Great. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to do some sort of thing in my off time to get that sorted out. Anyway, the most infuriating thing about building in this game is that half the things I try to build just break. And are unrecoverable. Okay, I've still got flashbacks from Stronghold. There we go, that series where I just didn't get to finish the castle. Unfortunately, the game's still in a bit of a buggy state when it comes to building. That's just the way of things, I'm afraid. We're going to have to remove this, because otherwise it's going to continue to just destroy the save. So, there you go. It feels like a massive waste of 2 episodes, I think. But there we go. I guess for those that are interested in watching a little bit more insight when it comes to building and the way I like to do things with my building, then there you go. That's something you can watch. As for this house, this one works fine, even though it's bigger and more detailed and everything else. But there we go, remove that. That one was actually fine. I didn't have too many problems with that one. I had that bug happen with it, but I noticed it earlier on. The watchtower took way longer to build because I kept having problems with that bug. Just wouldn't let me paste it. What's the point of a building if I can't actually do anything with it? I can't build it either. I tried that. The Earthlings just don't recognize its existence. So there we go. We're just going to play normal Stonehearth for the next 20 minutes. There we are. It's probably a good idea. Just chill out. Might want to get some layouts done before we sort of plunk down. Well, we've got to deal with these enemies, but we don't really have any way of actually making ourselves decent materials. Not just yet, anyway. So we might want to get some proper mining done.